Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Unit 17 Reproduction in Plants and Animal. Last video we saw the same unit in the Sexual Reproduction in Plant, Typical Flower, Parts of Typical Flower. Today the same topic, Sexual Reproduction in Plants, in the Pollination, Agents of Pollination, Fertilization in Plants. Let's see one by one in detail. First one, pollination. First one, pollination. What is meant by pollination? The process of pollen grains. Pollen grains in the male reproductive part. Last video we saw pollen grains. That pollen grains reach to the stigma. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. The pollen grains reach to the stigma. Stigma is a female reproductive organ, gynoecium. The top part is called stigma. The pollen grains reach to the stigma is called pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of a flower is called pollination. Importance of pollination. Why pollination has to be done? It result of fertilization which leads to the formation of fruits and seeds. It result in fertilization which leads to the formation of fruits and seeds. New fruit seeds will come due to the pollination. And new varieties of plants are formed through the new combination of genes in case of cross-pollination. Pollination is two types. One is self-pollination, another one is cross-pollination. Due to the cross-pollination, new variety of plants will form. Now, types of pollination. That is two types. One is self-pollination, another one is cross-pollination. First one, self-pollination, otherwise called autogamy. Self-pollination is otherwise called autogamy. Self-pollination is known as the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a same flower or another flower of a same plant. Some plants are bisexual flower. That is, both the organs, male and female organs, are present in the same flower. The bisexual flower, the pollen grains transfer to the stigma of a same flower. Sometimes the pollen grains reach to the stigma of another flower of the same plant. That is called self-pollination. Example, hibiscus. Example, hibiscus. Next one is cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains, the anther of flower to the stigma. The transfer of pollen grains, the anther of flower to the stigma of another plant of a flower. Another plant of the flower of the same species. Same species means grapes means grape plant. Apple means apple plant. That is same species. Cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the stigma of a flower on another plant of the same species is called cross-pollination. Example, grapes, apple, plum, etc. Now, advantages of self-pollination. Self-pollination is possible in certain bisexual flower. Already I informed. Bisexual means both the organs, reproductive organs, male and female, are present in the same flower. That is bisexual flower. The self-pollination is possible in certain bisexual flowers. Next, flowers do not depend on agents for pollination. Let's see next, what is agents for pollination. Now, flowers do not depend on agents for pollination. There is no wastage of pollen grains. Bisexual flowers, the pollen grains never waste because they'll reach to the same flower. So, no wastage of pollen grains. Disadvantages of self-pollination. The seeds are less in number. The different gametes will not fuse. So, seeds are less in number. The endosperm is minute. Therefore, the seeds produce weak plant. The seeds will produce weak plant. The same gametes will fuse again and again. The endosperm will create new plant, never create new plant. So, the endosperm is minute, the seeds produce weak plant. Endosperm is minute, therefore the seeds produce weak plant. New varieties of plants cannot be produced because the gametes are same. Male and female gametes are same, so no new variety will not come. Now, advantages of cross-pollination. Cross-pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to a flower of another plant. The seeds produced as a result of cross-pollination develop and germinate properly and grow into a better plant. That is, cross-pollination leads to production of new varieties. The gametes are different types. So, new varieties of plants will come. More viable seeds are produced. More viable, different, strong, healthy seeds will produce. Disadvantages of cross-pollination. The pollination may be fall due to distance barrier. Pollination will fail due to the distance barrier. More wastage of pollen grains. The agents of pollination bring the pollen grains but not reach to the particular flower. So, more wastage of pollen grains. It may introduce some unwanted characters. It may introduce some unwanted characters. These are the disadvantage. Flowers depend on the external agents for pollination. Flowers always depend the external agents for pollination. Agents of cross-pollination. The agent, in order to bring about cross-pollination, it is necessary the pollen grains should be carried from one flower to another flower of a different plant by the agent. That agents may be animals, insect, water and wind. Now, first one, pollination by wind. That is otherwise called anemophily. Otherwise called anemophily. Anemophilous flowers produce enormous amount of pollen grains. The pollen grains are very small, smooth, dry, lightweight. The pollen such plants are blown at distance of more than 1000 kilometers. The stigma are comparatively large, producing sometimes hairy. Example, grasses, some cacti. Next, pollination by insect, otherwise called entomophily. Some insects attract the flowers. Attract insects these flowers. Brightly colored, have some smell and nectar. The pollen grains are larger in size and axine is pitted, sticky stigma. Approximately 80% of pollination done by the insect. Approximately 80% of pollination is done by the insect. Next, pollination by water, otherwise called hydrophily. These plants are aquatic plants. Example, Hydrilla and Vallisneria. Pollen grains are produced in large numbers. Pollen grains float on surface of the water till they land on the stigma of female flower. Stigma of female flower. Next, pollination in animal. Pollination by animal, otherwise called zoophily. The flowers of such plant attract the animals by their bright colors, size, scent, etc. Some birds pollinated flowers, canna, gladly, etc. Squirrels pollinate flowers of silk and cotton. Squirrels pollinate flowers of silk cotton tree. Now, fertilization in plants. It is the ovule. First, the pollen grain reach to the stigma. Pollen grains reach to the stigma, begin to germinate. The pollen grains form a small tube-like structure which emerge through the germ pore and content pollen grains move into the tube through the style, finally reaches to the ovule of the micropyle. Micropyle is a small opening. Vegetative cell degenerate in the pollen grain. Vegetative cells is present. That vegetative cells is vegetative cell and generative cells are there. The two sperms will come. That sperm male gamete. The male gametes, vegetative cells and generative cells form two sperm male gametes. Tip of the pollen tube burst and two sperms enter into the embryo sac. One sperm fuses with the egg. The other sperm fuses with the secondary nucleus. Two male gametes will enter into the ovum. One is fuses with the egg, another one is fuses with the secondary nucleus. This is triple fusion to form primary endosperm. This is triploid in nature. Since the type of fusion is syngamy, triple fusion. The embryo sac process termed as double fertilization. After triple fusion, primary endosperm nucleus develop into endosperm. Endosperm provide food their developing embryo. After the triple fusion, endosperm will develop. Endosperm will provide the food for the developing embryo. Later, synergates and antipodal cells are degenerate. Significance of fertilization. Importance of fertilization. It stimulates the ovary to develop into fruit. Start, develop, stimulate, encourage. It develops the new character from two different individuals. In cross pollination, different characters will develop. Post-fertilization changes. Post-fertilization means after fertilization, some changes will occur inside the ovum. The ovule develops into a seed. Ovule, center part of the ovum that develop into a seed. Integuments, the outer layer, is developed into a seed coat. The ovary enlarges and develops into a fruit. The seed contains the future plant or embryo which develop into a seedling. Seedling means new young plant, that is seedling, appropriate conditions. After fertilization only we will get different types of fruit. Best example mango, seed with flesh. Thank you children. Thank you.